And good Monday morning. Jeez, I did it.
Hello, all.
That was the right one.
That was the right. Yeah. Chip's always shifting my microphones around on me.
Don't say Chip shifting.
Shifting my
That's
microphones.
kind of scary.
Dump button.
I was gonna have to dump it.
No,
but
I
anyway,
cleaned up my mouth.
Here we are. It's Monday.
Hello, all. It's a beautiful day.
I am Chip Matthews. She is Taylor Turcott.
Yes, I am.
And we're both running for office.
We are.
And one's in Jackson and one's in Canton.
Yep.
And
I'm Ward 7 Jackson, downtown, Belhaven, Fondren.
And I'm running for mayor of Canton. And what was I going to say?
Chip had a very good show at the mayoral forum in Canton. I was very proud of you, Chip. You I'm telling you, all you have to do is open your mouth and you show people how much you understand about what needs to be done in Canton.
But the funny thing is I'm ignorant. I don't know any better.
Well,
that's what people say.
Other things maybe, but as far as City of Canton, you can easily talk about what needs to be done.
City of Canton is the same as Benny Thompson's entire district.
It's everywhere. It is.
It's like
but you have a lot of knowledge as far as the square and what can be done up there.
Yes.
And see, a lot of people are not thinking. They're thinking about getting elected. They're not thinking about what they're going to do once they're there. And you were forward thinking very well. You're going to be an excellent politician, Chip.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. And you were doing quite well yourself.
Well, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Nobody really knows about that yet because they haven't seen anything. So we'll see.
So Trump declares Biden's preemptive pardons for January 6th.
No good. You can't auto sign
Benny
executive orders.
I keep talking.
All of his executive orders.
I keep talking to Benny. He only signed one thing the whole
4 years.
The whole 4 years.
I've asked this before. I will ask this again. Who is running this country? Because it was not. I know who's running it now. Who was running it for the past 4 years? Because it was not Biden.
And they know. Trump knows. He's been setting this up. It's sort of like this thing the other day where they said, bring the plane back,
with the convict.
He already had declared war on the cartels.
Yep.
So he can use a War Powers Act.
Yep.
Because he declared war on the cartels.
Yep.
Interesting how smart our
only
president
thing
is.
Biden did in office is poo his pants. That's all he did. Nothing else. There were no other.
I just know that during his time in office, they came out with dude wipes.
Dude wipes. I've not heard of dude wipes.
They're for sale everywhere. Dude wipes.
Oh my goodness. Yuck. So glad he's gone.
Dude.
And you notice how they just disappeared?
Ooh.
Just disappeared. Harris and Biden, as soon as the election was over, they're gone.
Were they ever here?
Well, but we don't see them at all anymore.
Were they just actors?
I think they were. They were just stand-ins. They weren't running the show. They were doing what they were told to do.
Y'all be on the watching around, and let's see what we got to do and see what we need to do to help the victims of the tornadoes. This past week.
Tylertown,
this, that, and the other. There'll be some community outreach. Don't give it to the Red Cross. Give it to a church that's going. Give it to somebody local that you know.
Right.
Find people and help people. That's what we do in Mississippi.
Yep.
And we do it all over the place.
Yep.
Okay. Now there was something I was reading somewhere, and I haven't. I prepared. I don't prepare at all to do this show. This show is.
We fly by the seat of our pants.
That's what they say. But Jason White was having an argument or are they
getting spicy down there?
My Facebook wants to tell me nothing.
Yeah, you're not. You got to hook in.
I'll go to
what do you want me to look at?
Jason White this past weekend responded to a tweet or something by Delbert.
Oh.
Ooh. Congressman Benny Thompson, happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you all are wearing green.
Green stripes. Isn't that what we put them in Mississippi?
Yeah,
Is
we put
green
them in
stripes?
green stripes. Hey, Benny.
Yep, you can't auto sign a pardon,
No.
preemptive pardon at that. So hold on to your skivvies.
I mean, they were sitting there
It's not
the
gonna
last,
be.
I'm sitting there going, okay, Jill's sitting there going, when they're doing the Bidens, I'm pulling up this Jason White story, hopefully.
Okay. I was going to try to look at it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I thought I would have gotten a lot more steam out of you with Benny not being able, his pardon not being good anymore after the auto pen.
He and I
incident.
have been speaking a lot online lately.
You and Benny?
Benny.
You and Benny have been talking online?
Oh, yes.
And you haven't told me about this?
Well, on Facebook.
He is actually commenting, or is one of his people actually commenting?
Well, you don't know who it is.
But it says Benny Thompson.
Oh, yes, it does.
Wow, Chip, you've made it. He's actually talking to you. You didn't have to have a black person set you up with him or be the in-between?
I just put him from Canton.
Well,
Okay.
I heard that you had to have a black person with you to get anything from Benny Thompson. If you're white, he pretty much won't even acknowledge your existence without a black person around you.
Well, I've been wearing him out.
Get him
constantly, trying to understand. Is that you dinging, or
that's you?
That's this dinging.
I turned mine off.
Okay, whatever. I have 5
Chip shoots me dirty looks when my phone goes off.
Okay, but anyway, y'all, the Jason White and Delbert are at it. Delbert said something online that I can't believe y'all wouldn't fund whatever, and Jason White came back and said. And took the conservative viewpoint on it.
Really? Okay.
So I feel better about that. But it's about the tax package, which we all know now. They're getting nothing done. They got 3 weeks left. 3 weeks left. And I talked to the guy in the restaurant the other day about the pot drink. That makes sense.
Okay.
But we still don't have an answer of if you're going to pass to where the local people growing pot can make a pot drink, then you got to pass some laws to where for the officers where they'll know what to do. I mean that's the problem here.
Wow.
I mean,
I don't.
Look, you got 3 weeks, so I don't think you're going to get anything done there. So there's nothing going to happen there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I lean libertarian, so I don't necessarily have a problem with them not.
Well, I'm saying they got to
passing any more laws.
Well, you got to give when the. Okay, so you pull up to a red light.
Yep.
Right now, currently you can smell
pot from everywhere.
Pot in all directions.
Yep.
So now you're pulling.
You always get a contact high in the car.
So you got a guy and he's smoking his pot and he's got a THC 40
right
in the other hand.
He's going to be driving probably very slowly.
Okay. Pink Floyd. Cranked up. That used to be how you could keep up with it, but that doesn't work. This thing is going nuts.
It's on the on the side. Here, hand it to me. I'll work it for you.
Okay, work it for me. Work it for me.
Stop! Don't do it, Chip. Don't do it.
Okay, so here it is. Oh yeah, y'all! It's St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day. Everybody in Mississippi used to go. Well, that means the parade's this weekend. No, the parade is always
next weekend.
The 4th weekend in the month.
It's next weekend.
Yes, always 4th weekend in the month. No, it's this coming up weekend.
This coming weekend, yes.
Yeah.
Not this coming Saturday. This coming Saturday.
And I hear the rain's coming again, which they say that every year.
Actually, I don't think it's not on Saturday. I've already checked all that out. It's going to be going to be a little chilly, but it's going to be nice. My memory popped up from the one St. Patty's Day that I worked.
When it rained.
Hal and Mouse. No, we had a beautiful weekend that week.
Every week.
That was, I think, the last year that they had the Sweet Potato Queens.
I know.
At Hal and Mouse for the ball and all.
That was a great weekend because we had fire and we did the Chippendales and we did all of this up there.
Yes.
And the funny thing about the Chippendales is I sent them up at lunch to eat at Hal and Mouse, which Malcolm thought and Hal said, "You planned that." I said, "No, we're not. We don't serve lunch at."
That wasn't my year. I would have remembered the Chippendales rolling through my year. It must have been the year after.
Well, when I told them we're going up the street to eat,
they
got lined up like soldiers.
Like They're well-trained little strippers, aren't they?
And then they marched all the way up the street. They went up the steps and went in and sat down, and everybody was freaking out
Yeah,
and
no,
looking
that I
at them.
wasn't there that
They
year.
had their Chippendale shirts on. Then they sat down and they ate. There's 12 of them. They ate $400 worth of salad.
What?
Salad. $400.
Must not have been parade day because you have a set menu on parade day.
No,
You
that
don't
wasn't
get-
parade day. This
It's
was
the
the
day before.
Wednesday before.
Oh, the Wednesday before.
Yeah. $400 worth of salad. I'm looking at them going,
They must have gotten that stinky the salmon salad that
That- no.
smells horrible.
no
but the
meat,
ladies
no
loved
meat
it.
in it.
No
Just
meat.
salad.
Just salad.
Just salad. I looked
Well,
at
we made a lot of
they
lot of
made
money
great
on lettuce
profit
that
me.
week.
I was just like, that is just funny.
On salad, man. I would have
Salad.
thought those boys would be, I mean, hitting it hard, knowing they're gonna be dancing all
Those
night.
boys were hitting it hard, all right, but it wasn't with
It wasn't hamburgers.
no.
Real
no.
man food. They eat chick food.
Okay.
Well, they're pretty boys, so I would assume they're probably
Okay.
metrosexuals instead
Okay.
of
Well, we're not going to go
toxic
into that.
masculine
We're not
men.
going to go. I just know that we sold 800 seats at $20 a seat, and everybody drank.
What year was that?
I can't remember.
My year was 2000. I was there
Are
2006.
you checking me up for the for my income taxes or something?
No, I was just
Okay, I'm
wondering
not- I
how
can't-
close that was to the one
I-
year that I was there
I don't recall.
and worked.
I don't recall.
Okay.
I don't recall.
Wow.
And you know. Okay. We're going to take a break. We're going to be
Bar
back.
life does
We're
that
going
to
to talk
you.
about some politics when we get back right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Taylor Turcotte. Vote for both of us right here on WYAB.
Yeah, I would have remembered the Chippendales. I was thinking
Keep it tuned here to 1039 WYAB.
Rotor's Plumbing and Pearl, your familiar plumber with a similar name. Locally owned and operated by Chris Rotor. Rotor's Plumbing is no franchise, simply lower prices and better service without the dreaded overpriced upsell. Rotor's is one of the few places you'll find that actually specialize in tankless water heater repair, as well as being your full-service plumber. And most
We're closed
importantly,
today and
service
tomorrow.
after the sale.
I am so excited.
Techs actually answer your call with
We're
visits
gonna
every
start closing on
callbacks of 10
Mondays.
minutes or less. Rotor's
Oh,
Plumbing
you don't
at
understand.
DERSplumbing.com.
The last Friday night, I didn't think Jenny and I could come back Saturday and work. Saturday killed us. And I mean, at the end of Saturday night, I remember sitting down on the bench and I woke up at, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I got in the car, went home, went to sleep, cut on the shower, went to sleep, then woke up at noon
Right.
and cut the shower off with the hot water heater to catch back up.
We sell service
And you
install
hosted
all
the show
makes
for
and
Clay in the
models
midst of
of
that last
home
week as
and
well.
business
Well, that was Friday.
generators. One
Then,
thing that we do
was
that
that Friday?
a lot
No,
of
that's
other
Thursday.
companies,
Thursday.
we do all
No, I'm talking about
we don't
I'm
use
talking about the
subcontractors. We go
the
from
weekend,
original
the-
estimate,
the-
design,
it was like we
final
worked
product.
ourselves
That way
to
we
death.
can
We're
control the
hitting
quality
record
of the
numbers.
job from the beginning to the
How is
end.
the-
We
how
are
is this-
online.
We can't
at
find
msenergy.us.
anybody. Well,
Get the jump on the
I mean,
season.
I'll
at
bring
the
it up on the
#1
air.
stop for all your boating and custom water
But,
sports needs.
you know,
Smith Marine.
I
Press
can't really-
buttons or heater.
You gotta
Come
be able-
experience
I don't
luxury
need
style
wait
with a
staff.
90
I
days,
need
no
cooks.
payment, no interest
I need
financing
somebody
option
to make a
with approved
pizza.
credit, plus a 1-year CTEL membership, free cover, free pivoting top, and free inflatable tube. And these crests are pre-rigged with Suzuki motors and Suzuki's industry best warranty. Smith Marine also buys quality pre-owned boats
We can
with
teach.
consignments and
It's
trade-ins.
just long as
On
they
the
got
rest,
to
in
keep
Richland,
that passion.
SmithMarineSales.com.
If you want the best
Not like
health care,
Andy
where do you
Schefter,
go?
you just
The
gotta-
Mayo Clinic. If you want the
Well.
best care for your vehicle, where do you go? Mayo
I mean,
Auto
all it
Clinic
is
in
is a
Raymond.
symbol.
Mayo Auto Clinic
But
does
there is
foreign
no
and domestic
shortcut.
vehicles
Yeah.
and diesel repair.
You know,
Mayo Auto Clinic
if
has
it's 100
ASE certified
pepperonis, it's
techs
100
with over
pepperonis.
25 years of experience. You
And I have
can
people that
extend
say,
the
well,
life
you
of
know,
your
if you
car
look at
or
these
truck
right here,
when
they
you
got
take it to
cheese and
Mayo
you throw
Auto
something.
Clinic.
Our
For
pepperonis
cost-effective
are under the
repairs and
cheese.
maintenance,
You don't
go
see
to
our
the best.
pepperonis.
Mayo Auto Clinic, open weekdays at 7
That's
a.m.
right.
Highway 18
He's
in Raymond.
consistent. We did the same way.
Have you heard the Old Miss Rebels are heating up the court this season, and the AC doctors are here to turn up the excitement? If the Rebels take home the trophy and win the March Madness NCAA men's basketball tournament, then you could score big too. Your insulation or brand new AC system, or even both, could be absolutely free. That's
I'll
right.
mention
The
it
AC
at,
doctors are celebrating Ole Miss's success by giving you a chance to upgrade
Principal
your
Career
home
with him,
comfort
too.
at no
He's a-
cost.
I
But
pulled
don't
your,
wait. Contact the AC Doctors Now, theacdr.com. When you feel like your business is drowning in paperwork and compliance issues, it's time to call People Lease. Let People Lease take care of the busy work
Also,
so that you
y'all
can save
trustworthy women, y'all
valuable
got anybody
time
that's
and focus
gonna
on what really matters, growing your business. People
vote
Lease
in
is based in
Canada.
Ridgeland, so you're always dealing with local professionals who will actually understand your business and its needs. Join thousands of satisfied clients who trust People Lease to simplify their employee administration. Visit peoplelease.com. That's peoplelease.com to learn more.
We'll be on the show today.
Jackson is ready for new leadership that will unite our communities, rebuild our infrastructure, and move our city forward. My name is Senator John Horn, and I'm running for mayor of Jackson, Mississippi. I've spent the last 30 years as a state senator helping to bring millions of dollars in resources to our city. I'm ready to bring decades of experience and collaboration to City Hall.
Why haven't you done it
We're ready
already?
to move Jackson forward. Vote John Horn in the upcoming mayoral election.
Why haven't you done it already?
For mayor. Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
And we're back here on a Monday morning here on the Chip Matthews Show. My
Hello,
my
everyone.
wrist is starting to feel normal.
Oh, where you got your
Where they
where
went
they
in,
shot you up through your veins?
where they
Is the bruising gone away?
where they slid through and rebuilt my heart.
Ooh.
Also, I gotta say
What's
some
his name?
prayers to some friend of mine that passed away this weekend, and to his family. Lloyd Spivey, he's was a judge here in Madison County,
I'm so
and he
sorry.
passed away this past weekend after a lengthy illness. So the condolences for everyone, and I think
Right.
the viewing is this evening at Breland Funeral Home, and then the other.
The funeral.
Celebration of life or whatever you do.
Right.
It's the next day.
Okay.
So also bring that up. I mean, Lloyd and I go way back.
Right.
He was my person that I drove with. We were going to Holmes Junior College to chase women.
Oh goodness.
And he
Carpooling
and I had my
to
first
junior college?
and I had we were we were in
Oh.
high school going to
Oh,
see
in high school.
we were going to see college women.
Gosh, Chip.
You know.
Things
And
become so much more clear about you every day that I
and
hear
and
your
he-
stories.
and he guilted me into drinking my first beer.
Oh,
He said,
guilted.
I said, I
Yeah,
drank beer for years. I
believe
drank
that.
beer for years. I drank beer for years. And he gave me that Miller Pony.
Uh-huh. In the little brown bottle.
Yeah. No,
Do they still make those, the little ponies?
Ponies, but they weren't brown. The
You're
light,
talking about High Life.
yeah.
Miller High Life.
Miller
were in
High
the-
Life.
were in the
Miller
clear
Lights in the
bottles.
brown one.
Right.
Yeah.
High Life. Yeah. I
You
remember
take
Miller High
those
Life.
and then, but I think some people used to take them after they drank them and throw them over the top of the car and try to hit the signs. I hear allegedly.
You hear. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
I have a hard time believing that it was in high school that you had your first beer.
what do you think it was? Okay, so junior high.
Junior high. Yeah. You
Well,
had-
that's what I'm saying. I
Okay.
mean, that's the same thing. You had Canton Academy had two schools, the little school and the big school.
okay.
And the little school ended at the sixth grade, and then you moved
Right.
over to the big school.
Right. And where were you, at the big school or
I-
the little school?
I
Or were
was
you
somewhere
right in the-
between the two.
Yeah.
It might be
Too
six
young to have been drinking a beer
and
See?
chasing
and
women.
chasing women. Way too young.
Hey, let's
Chip,
put it this way: I won that night.
Yeah.
As far as chasing women,
You won.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we went to Grapes Camp. You've never heard of that, have you?
What?
Grapes Camp was in Pickens, Mississippi.
Okay.
They used to have the BB King thing there,
Okay.
but back in the olden days, it was a house of ill repute.
Chip.
But during that time, it was just a college bar.
Okay.
Okay,
Kind of like the Owens
Sorta.
and the
It had-
Pines
it
down
still had rooms
on the Gulf Coast.
Still had rooms upstairs.
But all the college kids, one night a week, all the college kids hung out there.
No.
We had a place like that on the coast.
Well, you
that
go
was
there, or you go
one
to,
night a week.
You'd go
college
there,
kids
and then
went.
after Grapes Camp burned down, we'd go to the Mile Away.
Chip.
But that was just and then
Young.
and then there was under the bridge
Sins.
and the quarter mile bridge at Pickens, and the under the bridge that's another area. That's Madison County
I
talk.
know.
That's
I know.
Holmes Junior College people.
Boys got to run wild.
Well, yes,
My dad kept me grounded at home.
the women were running wild.
Not all of them.
Oh yes,
Some of them, I'm sure.
y'all were just so kept in Jackson. Where you grew up in Jackson?
Well, no, when I was in high school, I was in Shreveport.
We used to ride. I used to tell my parents we were going camping. Me and my buddy Greg Wallace. We'd say we're
Uh-huh.
going camping this weekend. We're going fishing.
Yeah,
And anybody knows, you can tell your parents you're going fishing. That's the
right.
good old boys. We would fill up that car with gas and we would go to Shreveport.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh yeah. We had 2 days. We'd say we'll go to Shreveport and come
Mhm.
back.
Well, see, when I was in high school, they had just changed the drinking laws from 18 to 21 in Louisiana. They pushed it. And so we had private clubs.
So
and
that would have been 1987.
Yep.
In 86
Yep.
is when Mississippi lost that. But
Yep.
anyway,
Yep. I would tell my parents that I was going to the movies and we were going downtown to Circle in the Square to the bars down there because we could get in at 18.
I used to
Did you go to Circle in the Square downtown?
Played in bands that played there.
Yeah, well, I was sneaking in underage.
And what was the other thing? The
There's
million dollar Sandpiper.
Uh-huh.
That
There
was a club that you played rock music in and it had
Mhm.
strippers.
We didn't go in that one.
Well,
We went to a
no.
place called Toby. Was it Toby's or was that Hattiesburg?
And then we would do. We also would play.
but we danced on. He
what's
had
the
the
one?
big,
What's the one inside the hotel?
I don't know.
Oh, yes,
I was young.
Stars or something like that. Oh, we played there. Charade played there. I was with Daryl and them,
Mhm.
and the band. It was the same night as Trickster,
Right.
Firehouse, and Warrant.
McElroy's. That's the name. That was the name.
Trickster, Firehouse,
No,
and
that's
Warrant.
not the name of it.
And they got on stage with us. While we
Wow.
drank. We had the whole hotel to ourselves. There's more stories to that.
I'm sure. Chip, man, I want to get a hold. Yeah.
I'm going to tell rock
We've-
stories someday in the future.
We've got to do a podcast with all these rock stories.
And road shows. Chris Painter was there. I
Uh-huh.
just said, I thought
What
I'd
was
say
the
that.
name of that place that we had we paid $1 and we got a membership card and then we faked our ID to say that we were 18 so we could get in. Fatso's.
I don't know what
It's
that
called
is.
Fatso's downtown
Well, in
Shreveport.
Jackson, you could get into a club called you had to be 21,
Uh,
but
no, we could be
but it
18
was
if it
called
was
the Mud
private.
Club at Widow Watson's, which was a restaurant.
I remember Widow Watson.
But I faked. Used my fake ID to get a Widow Watson's card,
Uh-huh.
and I looked all of 14,
Yeah.
and I would that way I could buy liquor.
Right.
Oh yeah, I was happening. I'd go and they get my mug down. Oh, Mr. Matthews, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you'd have people like Mark Gray. Do you know who Mark Gray is?
I do not.
Mark Gray was a musician from this area,
Uh-huh.
and he wrote a bunch of hit songs. He was a country artist.
Okay.
I can't remember his hit, but anyway.
Oh,
well.
goodness.
Oh well. What are we going to do about politics? What are we going to do?
We are going to run for office. That's what we are doing. You
But
and
what
me.
are we going to do about Jackson? I mean, I sit here and I listened to a show this past weekend, and it was a religious show, and I
Right.
sat there and it says, "Do you know your future?"
I'm thinking about that. I spent the whole weekend thinking about that
So,
in Jackson.
so if you know what your future is,
Right.
meaning you're going to die and go to heaven because you believe in God and blah blah blah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Then the rest of it is easy.
Right.
So I sit there and I go, how many of these politicians know their future?
That I don't think most politicians think for right now. All they think about is getting elected. They don't think about it. It's two completely different. Whereas for me, I'm more concerned about what's going to happen afterwards. What I'm gonna have to pull off afterwards
Well,
if I win.
like for instance, I know Kim Wade is grounded.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, very.
He knows exactly what's in store for him in life. And so after you know where you're going in life, then all you have to do is worry about fixing the world we're in currently. And it's sort of like Trump. Trump knows where he is in life.
Right.
And I listened to a conversation the other day that he was having with some people. I forgot where I heard this one. And they were talking about who was in line to be in office in the event Trump and J.D. Vance
and Mike Johnson.
and in what order would they go down?
Right.
Because number 5 would be the finance guy.
Right.
And I was just sitting there listening to him talk about the order, and it's really according to how the order in which you were nominated.
Right.
But they were talking about the order, and they were talking about it with a peace that they all know that no matter what happens, if they were to get assassinated or something were to happen, that they know where they're going, and they know that they left the world a better place.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what their goal
I'm
is.
sure a lot of them have been dancing around danger.
And so basically the whole cabinet's job is to leave America in a better place, regardless if every one of them was to get killed.
Right.
Now, let's look at Jackson.
Let's look at Jackson.
Okay. Does anybody in Jackson that currently in office make you feel any better about Jackson? Anybody?
In city or the whole, the capital and everybody down there?
In Jackson. I'm
In
not talking about
Jackson
this. I'm not talking about the
I-
state capitol, because there's nobody,
I-
there's a few at the state capitol that I like.
Clay was talking about Shonda this morning,
Yeah.
and he had some positive things to say about what she was doing. But I mean, as far Jack, there's nobody.
Okay. And
The
then
only people, David Archie is in Jackson, but he's no longer considered a politician, but he was.
Mhm.
I have faith in Wanda Evers. I mean, if we want to come down to the board of
Let me ask you
supervisors, but that's
this.
Hines County, that's not Jackson.
now let's,
The mayor, nobody associated with Jackson and the mayor
no.
administration, none of them have a clue. They're all professors and
Okay.
academics.
Okay. Let's say that tomorrow we wake up
And everybody's gone.
and
Poof,
and everybody's there.
everybody's there.
But you need somebody to hold your checkbook, and you've got 5 signed checks in it.
Who am I gonna hand my checkbook to?
And you go to City Hall and say, look, I need you to hold my checkbook. Or anybody running for office.
Who am I going? I'm going to go. Honestly,
Yeah,
you
you-
really want to?
you're
You
gonna
really
hand
want
it
me
to
to
Kim
answer
Wade.
that?
You're
No,
gonna
I'm
hand-
not. Ken's not in the government yet.
Okay.
You're talking about right now.
Right now.
I mean, I'm handing it to Kenny Stokes. Honestly, if there's one person in city of Jackson right now that's in power that I trust,
See, and
Kenny
I thought-
Stokes is probably
and see,
top dog in my opinion.
And
for
the other
that.
day when we were at the
and then
church-
Ashby.
at
But,
the Episcopal Church in Canton and I was speaking,
Mhm.
I was going, should I take a checkbook out and just start seeing who in the crowd would
hold your checkbook.
no, if I could ask for their checkbook. If I could ask for their checkbook and hold it, because that's basically what we do.
Mhm.
We ask, we gather taxes in
Yep.
from around the world, from
Yep.
around ever.
Yep.
And it's like, for instance, in one of my arguments with Benny Thompson online, he goes, for every dollar that a citizen from Mississippi pays in taxes, we get $2.48 back.
In services.
No, we get that much money back. Yeah. So what I
haven't-
said to him
I
was,
haven't seen that money.
well, here's what I said to him. We should only be getting Mississippi dollars back. Why? How do we get, if we're getting an extra $1.48
Right.
out of taxes that are paid in by everybody in America,
Right.
what state is doing without because Benny has stolen $1.48 from them to bring to us in Mississippi to do all this great work he's done in his district.
Is it other states or is it dirty money?
Well, it's not dirty money, because the dirty money never goes
Yeah.
never goes through the
He
government.
immediately hides that.
Yeah. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we get $2.48 for every dollar we spend, then there's another state doing without.
Right. Or he's just full of malarkey.
Well, or they just printed, are we getting an extra printed $1.48
Probably.
that really has no
Probably.
backing?
Probably.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. We only need the dollar that we have, and it needs to be backed by gold or whatever, or crypto or whatever.
Mhm, mhm.
And that dollar is the dollar.
Right.
And if you send it back to us, it doesn't make sense to me, because if every state gets all their money back, why do we send it to Washington anyway?
Exactly. We need to think about that.
You know?
But see, they keep us all caught up in arguing over $2 or $1.40, whatever, that we never think about. Maybe you shouldn't be taking it in the first place,
Right. That's
or
what
that
I-
you're wasting it. You're not really. You've wasted all that money for me before you give it. You wasted $5 and you're only giving me back $2.
But if Trump told us that the government costs this much to run, like if they had shut it down and it said, this is the number,
Yep.
and we all send our dollars in, and it turns out to be 10% or 20% of everything collected,
Yep.
then you would send us back our money we'd get 80 cents back out of $1.
Yes.
That would make sense to me.
Right.
Somebody make government money make sense. It's not like they get a loan.
They don't.
Then it's not like
It's funny money to them. It's not their money. They don't work for it.
the
It's
Democrats
taxpayers'
just
money.
decide
It's
we
just-
need to print more. But
Yep.
that's the reality. I mean,
That's what turns it into funny money.
if we're getting tariffs, if we're getting this, we're getting that. I know when we confiscate drug
How-
money. I mean,
We're working on Doge. We're getting finding all this stuff coming out of Doge.
but
What's the percentage that we're done? Are we 10% into Doge? If we're looking at all of the waste and
Well,
if we're looking at everything,
he-
we're
he-
only what 20% in maybe.
yeah, and remember this.
When we get
Beginning
done with
this
this,
week, Doge was invited into the post office.
I know.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Well, I mean, the post office has been fair. Post office has run rather well, considering that Amazon has been taking heavy advantage of our postal system instead of delivering their own
You-
packages through.
Have you been keeping up
UPS.
with Jackson and people not getting their mail?
Well, no, people
and
aren't
Benny
getting their mail,
Thompson
but
and
that's
Benny Thompson jumping in saying, "I can fix
But
it.
that-
I can fix
but
it." You
that's-
hadn't fixed it, Benny.
no, but that's Jackson. I'm talking as a whole. The postal system has been overwhelmed because Amazon dumps all of their packages on them to a certain extent and doesn't pay, and so I'm glad that the postal service is getting back to
Okay.
doing what it's supposed to instead of delivering Amazon packages.
Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back here on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful St. Patrick's Day here at WYAB.
for the family. No, not like that. It's the new Pizza Shop sandwiches, like the Italian featuring pepperoni, ham, bacon, black olives, feta, mozzarella, red onion, and that secret ingredient,
Oregano. You mix in something called oregano. Oh, oregano.
some tasty chicken creations too, like the chicken bacon ranch served with house-made jalapeno ranch. And as always, express your inner pizza too. Your Pie Gluckstadt across from Germantown High School.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show. And here is your host, Chip Matthews.
And we're back on this
We are
glorious
back.
day. Yes.
Nice, beautiful, sunny day.
Nice, beautiful, sunny day.
Mondays are always better when they're sunny.
My name's not Sunny.
Mondays are
always better because of
when they're
Chippy.
Sundays when
No,
they're
bec-
sunny.
But anyway, Chip Matthews here along with Taylor Turcott on WYAB. Let's see what Coinbase is doing this morning.
Yeah,
It's getting green.
it's getting green.
It's getting green. It's going up.
Mm-hmm.
But I had
Is that
assets on
Bitcoin?
Coinbase at $27,000.
Okay.
And over the last few weeks, it's dropped to $13,000.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Ow.
But
Ouchers.
it's like many people talk.
Did it tank with the stock market?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. But it's like we're telling everybody. I mean, that the stock market money going up and down is nothing to worry about. That's what stock markets do.
Right.
They dip. Same
Up
for
and
the
down.
crypto.
Right.
And you got all these people saying things are, nothing's coming down. Inflation is this and this, that, and the other. But the reality is the base work for it to come down and for the stuff to be implemented is occurring.
Trump's only been in office for how long now? And you're complaining that he's not doing it fast
Well,
enough
I'm
for
just
you?
saying that's basically, I was watching the CBS poll
Yeah.
and they're saying people are still upset about the inflation. Well, you can't just, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
mean-
and then somebody made a comment. Well, Biden was going to put in strict restrictions on people to where they couldn't raise prices higher than this. Well, you can't do that. That's no
it has
logic.
nothing to do with prices rise because honestly, prices went up because Biden got into office. And the day that he went into office, he turned off the power. He signed that we couldn't pump oil anymore.
Right.
And that's what is tied to inflation.
And
it's
then, of
taken a
course,
second.
where everybody's going, well,
To get
he's
production
been in
back up.
office, drill, baby, drill. Well, you don't just start drilling the next day,
No,
you know.
no.
You're going to, and it's going to catch up. And then we got the
have to-
winter blend to the summer blend and this, that, and the other. And it's got
Meanwhile,
to be,
everybody's doing
and
everything
it's
they
got to be
possibly can
refined.
do to trip him
You
up.
do notice that gas is going down.
Right.
It's going in the right direction.
Although somebody sent me a picture and said that showed me that their cereal is coming back down, that a box of cereal is back down to like $1.87 instead of $4 or $5.
What size is the box?
I have no idea. I don't
That's the
eat
next
cereal.
question. Okay.
But still, I mean, it was a Kroger shelf, so it was not a discount shelf.
You used to, you could go in a grocery store and on the cookie aisle, like when I go into Kroger, there aren't any cookies there. Same for Walmart. There's
Right.
not the cookie display that once was,
Right.
and I still can't find Keebler wedding cookies, Danish wedding cookies.
The
do-
white Danish,
they
in the
do
pink
not.
bag.
Well, I only like that once.
know.
Every
I love
in the spring.
sweets.
In the spring, gotta have them. Other than that, it's chocolate chip.
Only in the swing.
And-
Only in the spring do you eat Danish wedding cookies.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, maybe
Instead of-
maybe
instead of
some at
Ever
Christmas.
getting married, you decided to just have the cookies.
Yes,
Well,
It's
that's not a bad.
it's much better to have the cookies.
Yeah, I'd say so. A lot cheaper than a wedding and a divorce. Just go
Well,
cookies.
Got an employee telling me, "You got a stomach virus, bronchitis." We're not open tonight anyway.
Yeah.
So we're being off Monday and Tuesday night at Acme
Yes.
Pizza. We're going to be
Chip
off,
needs a break. Chip
Yeah.
and
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 everybody
the
else.
staff as
But
well.
the thing here is we need to work. We're working on the campaign.
Yep.
So
there you go.
that's
Well-
that. And so we're going to do that on Monday and Tuesday.
Yep.
So y'all come see us. We've been getting swamped. It's yes, some people call for reservations now, and you don't have to have them, but it does help.
Yep.
So
Oh,
yeah.
you take reservations. I
yeah.
didn't know that you took
Yes,
reservations.
I'll take reservations.
Put it-
Money in the kitty.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All about the money.
coming up in this upcoming election,
Yes.
we need to start thinking about qualifying people not for the municipal elections, but for the next election. Who's going to run against Benny
Thompson.
Who's going to run for these?
Ooh.
Who's going to run in the county?
I don't know. Jameson's been interviewing some very interesting people that would
we
run
need
very, very well against Benny.
county people.
It's going to take a girl to beat Benny.
It's going to take a girl.
I think it's going to take a lady. And I think there's a lady out there that could do it. It's not me,
Oh,
but
I could beat Benny.
maybe.
I could.
I think a lot of people have beaten Benny over the years.
I think Benny, and look, I saw where somebody was talking about why do you come down on Benny? Benny represents 30 counties. Benny represents everything wrong with Mississippi.
Benny
is-
represents chasing 60,000 people out of his district. That's what he represents, is running people out on rails.
Oh, and he keeps coming up with these things that Trump is doing this and Trump is doing that and Trump is doing this. And I just look at him going, Benny,
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, Benny.
You don't believe that, do
Your
you?
president pooed his pants on a regular basis in public. How about keep your mouth shut about mine,
I mean,
president?
no, well, my thing is this. Don't say bump. He gets on there and says, eggs are still up. Well, Benny, that's because of bird flu. And the bird flu is now spread to the migratory birds, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
So
They're always got to scare us with something, don't they?
oh, yeah. First it was COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Let's go back.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Everybody go out and get a bottle of D3, bottle of zinc, take a pill of each, and then a pill called Quercetin. It'll take care of everything for
what
you.
was before COVID that we were all scared of?
They had the pig, the swine,
swine
flu,
But I mean,
and the bird flu.
They come up with these different things to try to tell us that the world is falling, the sky is falling.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, right now,
I think that's part of.
Trump's in trouble for all the planes that are having problems. I didn't see SpaceX have any problem
Because of the diversity, probably. It's because they were hiring people based on diversity, and that's why they're having trouble with all these planes.
The question is, why are they catching on fire? That's a good question.
Because
people
they
are
have
standing
hired,
on a wing.
they're looking to hire people because of their race or,
Or it's just-
instead of the fact that they can do the job the best.
Or has this always happened, but the media didn't report it?
Well, that could be be true as well.
I mean, we
know plenty of things go on around here that we don't hear in the media.
Yeah, media things going on, and it hadn't gotten out there because they don't spend the time talking about everything that Trump's doing.
No,
because it's all good.
Right.
They don't like good.
Right. They're going to nitpick him because he's not doing it well enough. I can't stand it.
Time for another break.
Is it?
Yeah,
My
already.
goodness.
We'll be back right here with Chip Matthews and Taylor Turcott on WYAB.
I got a list of our
Only ask that you please tell the
of people for the show that I need to call.
Do what?
1039 WYAB and keep listening.
And we're back for a final segment here on WYAB. And we were talking about what will it be like in Jackson after the primaries, and we reduce all of these candidates
Down to 3.
down to 3. It's like in Canton, we're sitting there talking. There, 2 candidates didn't show up. The one that cheated on the test scores, which is
Right.
which is actually one of the front runners in the race. And then the other one that was an ex-alderman that was fired from the school system for inappropriate behaviors, I believe.
Right.
But that was from like taking care of a kid. Oh, shoot. We've got 1 million people that have commented online.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have my glasses on. But anyway.
Do you want? Yep.
I would like.
Oh,
But
well.
anyway, so Benny Thompson
Benny.
needs to be beat in the next election.
Yes, he does.
You got 3 weeks left down in Jackson, the senators and the
Mhm.
House.
Mhm.
Why don't they censure him or call him here and ask him, what did you do that you needed to be pardoned? Of course, you're pardoned garbage.
Well, now he's not going to be able to. Now he's not going to say anything because he could be. His pardon is not good anymore, so he's going to clam up like a clam
Well,
and not talk if we ask him.
well,
what
my
he's done.
question
But
to
still,
you is, what do our state legislatures? They have not addressed it. They don't. My way of looking at it, if you're not going to give us back the ballot initiative, you don't want to do that. It's too late. 3 weeks to go. You can't get anything done.
right?
So as far as the people having anything to say, we might as well shut up, because
Yeah.
here on the radio, nobody's listening. Nobody does anything. The legislature is going to say, we got that. Delbert, as long as Delbert's around, we're never going to get that back. Okay.
Well, we got a chance to get him out too.
Well, not soon.
Well,
Not
but
soon
still,
enough.
it will come around, and
Yeah.
he's wanting the governor's seat.
But that's what I'm saying. We need to get some people that are conservative. We don't have
Mhm.
enough real conservatives. I think there's like 8 real conservatives in our legislature.
Yep.
And,
Time for a shakeup. Is that what you're calling for?
I'm calling for somebody just go and be honest. Right's right, wrong's wrong.
Yep.
Yep. And if you don't, and it comes down to this, don't vote on anything you don't know about.
Right.
If you don't know, you don't vote on it. So since you're not going to do anything, the taxes are not going away.
Right.
There's they're not going to get around to that. You can't, the Medicaid thing, you're in a trap, because if you approve Medicaid and Trump cuts more money out,
Yep.
then you got to pull it out of the coffers.
Yep.
You've already, y'all moving
Tate
money.
has already said he's not signing.
They want to
Medicaid,
move,
so they may as well
in both
not.
deals, they move money away from working on the roads and bridges,
Right.
which are the most dangerous roads and bridges in the United States as far as
Right.
fatalities.
Right.
So
You want him to bring Benny in and have them
bring Benny in. Y'all, at least you can get some bang
take
for
a
the
whack at Benny.
Y'all can get some bang for your buck with that. Yeah, take
Can we
a
kind
whack.
of
take a-
do it like a
take a whack at Benny.
southern Steel Magnolias thing? We'll sell tickets, take a whack at Weezer.
Yeah, we could.
Half Chickapin pairs would give their eye teeth, take a whack at Weezer.
Yeah, and then we could
Put him
also,
up and let's hold him accountable in
Yeah.
front of all of his people.
Yeah, we could actually.
I think the fact that people call him Uncle Benny, and a lot of his constituents think that Uncle Benny takes care of them, I think it would be quite an eye opener for people to see what Benny has done for them over the years.
And it's just like what we brought up in Canton, and the other candidates brought it up too. The nepotism that goes on in this business of politics.
is insane.
I mean, in Madison County, you got 2 guys who've been in office over 34 years.
What the Blackmans did in the last election is asinine that we let them get away with that.
Yeah, and
Putting
then-
themselves on the ballot so that nobody else would challenge them, and waiting until nobody else could challenge to then put their children into their seats.
That's right.
That is.
And he
is
brought up the erection
beyond.
bill. The erection bill.
Oh God.
No, ejaculation bill. But anyway, we're about out of time. We'll be back
Uh-huh.
tomorrow morning, 9:00.
Yep.
Jameson Haygood Show is next right here on WYAB.
Y'all have a good day.